Alright, boys, it's your boy Wisdom B. It's time finally give out some reviews and not complete solo standalone reviews for these titles, but I am giving you a best 2016 games FPS wise of the mother year. Alright, guys, we got Titanfall 2. It is an absolute great FPS game. It feels like a very polished, very well balanced Call of Duty game. It's made by the actual people who make the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game in that franchise that made those popular, amazing Call of Duty games. So don't feel like it's not gonna be like a Call of Duty game by no surprise. But it is definitely one of the best FPS games I've ever played. In my gaming career for the last 5-6 years, not that amazingly long, but out of all the FPS games, that is hands down one of the most solid FPS games out there that you can play on the market right now. It's a great twist on sci-fi as well as in the future as well. I gotta say, out of all the FPS feature games that I played, and especially considering Black Ops and the Call of Duty franchise, with their evolving into the futuristic timelines, I gotta say this game feels really good. It feels really great, and I feel like how Call of Duty went into the future in their timeline just doesn't compare to Titanfall 2. It has mechs, and that's what a huge additional layer to the game that gives it a nice flavor and taste and difference in the game itself and brand itself as Titanfall 2, with a mix of feel of Call of Duty, really great weapon balance that Call of Duty has never really been good at. And I just gotta say, it just feels like an amazing, solid, balanced FPS. Super fun, high mobility, great gameplays, just great gunfights, and just a way of wall running, sliding, transgrooving through the whole entire map. It's just an amazing feel, and it feels solid. It feels very fluid compared to Call of Duty. How they implemented the boosts and all those mechanics of the whole futuristic mobility stuff that they incorporated in Black Ops 3. And I just feel like Titanfall 2 does it so much more smoother, so much more solid, and just feels a lot of fun compared to Black Ops 3. Infinite Warfare, it just feels like this game is built around mobility and hover jets and all this crazy mobility. So Titanfall 2 is one of the greatest FPS games I've played in a very long time. But let's not stop there. We got Overwatch. It is a hero kind of villain kind of game where it's classes with heroes that has unique abilities, weapons, and ultimates that gives such a great gameplay feel, as well as the fact that it is not only just one of those not revolutionary games, but is one of those games that goes back to the old classic unique feel of how gaming used to be in the FPS heroes genre kind of game. And it really does lend itself to it being a really great teamwork oriented game, and that's what I love. I am one of those players who love to PTFO, play the F out of the objective, and I gotta say, it feels great to play this game. And I know that a lot of people say it doesn't even have that much content, bro. What do you mean? What is it? What do you mean it's a great FPS game? I'm coming down to the straight facts of gameplay. Gameplay is unique. It feels amazing every time that you play the game. It feels almost like a different situation. There's different situations to use these characters and classes, and they all feel really great. Each season, competitive has had their great shine between assault, tanks, support, and it just switches off, and it gives you that feel of playing every different character every competitive season, or every just playing all the characters when they're in the meta, and it just feels like a really polished, well, fun, emphasize on fun game that you can play. That solid FPS is completely different from your standard Call of Duty FPS games. It's a hero shooter. It's very fun. Has a lot layer of teamwork. Has character classes. Has ultimates. Has so much cosmetics that it just feels like a great FPS game. Has a lot of what you want. I gotta say, it may not be the most amazing in content, but with the past holidays and Every holiday we are getting huge patches and stuff like that. It brings cosmetics and just different things to the game, and that's what makes it feel great. And that's Overwatch. But let's not even stop there, because we just hit the battlefield called Battlefield 1. I gotta say, this game feels amazing. Now, I gotta say, Battlefield 4 was such a huge flop. It was an amazing trash piece of game when it first released. It got fixed up a little bit, but when Battlefield 1 hit the shelves in October, I got me that digitally, and I gotta say, it is an amazing World War One experience game, unlike any other World War One game that you could have ever played. Even though we don't have that much World War One games that came out in the history of games, or at least on console. But it does feel very, very, very well like a World War One game that you're playing. You feel so immersed in the game when you're playing the game, especially if you have some amazing, great headphones or gaming headsets. The sound design takes it to another level. It is amazing, I'm telling you guys. And then when it comes down to core gameplay, I think it feels a lot more down, comes down to teamwork this time around. Mainly due to the fact that weapons aren't the same, and I feel like the maps and the way they play feel a lot better than it did in Battlefield franchise. I'm not gonna say all the maps were trash in Battlefield history, but I feel like they definitely stepped their game up when it comes to Battlefield 1, and it just feels like an amazing World War One experience game. And it feels like in any other Battlefield game, I gotta say, hands down, this actually feels like the most immersed war game that you could have played out of the franchise. Now, I'm not going to say all the other games weren't, that way, but, this game makes you feel like you're actually in World War One. And I think that's an amazing, great way that DICE has able to handle this game. Doesn't have the best, balancing in weapons, but I got to say, ultimately, I think this time around, I think weapon balancing is a little bit better, so I got to say, when it comes down to it, feels like a war game. Feels like how Battlefield always does. Has a lot of teamwork, guys, like it has always has. But with that said, guys, Battlefield 1 is one of my most beloved FPS games I've ever played, and I've always liked Battlefield, but Battlefield 1 has like a special place in my heart for video games, and I think that a lot of people should live up to the standard of Battlefield and how they kind of tackle their core gameplay when they're playing this game. And I gotta say, guys, Battlefield 1, it's an amazing game. As simply I can say it, is that it's an amazing game. Feels like you're in a war. If it comes down to teamwork, comes down to, all vehicles and warfare. It's just one of those games, guys. And I gotta say, I love Battlefield. It's one of my top FPS games, as well as Titanfall 2, Overwatch. All of these games have a very special, beloved feel and love in my heart for these games, and I just can't wait to when all these games get more content and more of these DLCs and stuff packed out, punched out, and when I actually beat the story for Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, I'm gonna even love these games even more. Some more FPS games coming out, but until the meantime, I think these are the best FPS games of 2016. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and Happy New Year's to you boys. Thank you for all the new subscribers. Thank you for the like. Thank you for everything, from views to everything, just to showing support. Thank you guys for everything. Hope you guys have a great New Year's, and I will see you guys in the next video. And it's your boy Wisdom, and I, like always, have a good day.
Use it at a good time.